Hello and welcome to ACMG. It's Joshua Long here with Northlands Entertainment, and I have to admit, I'm a bad person. While I was away for a little bit, I did modify the level. For level 2, added some collision on the back end, um, changed some of these to multiple instances rather than the long ones because there were some collision issues, and I don't think it really mattered or changed anything. I'm not entirely sure uh, what happens, but you get stuck every once in a while. It doesn't happen all the time. I think it has to do with this here, and now that I think about it, I'm just going to go ahead and add a box there and get this guy out of the way. So just did a little bit of modifications there, and I also changed the title screen to a click event rather than hitting enter, because I would like to try this out on the iPhone one day or something, and it's just easier. It's already a click event, so you just have to change that, and it works on these as well. And I figured if you're clicking, why would I use the keyboard to hit enter? So I did change up a little bit of things. I changed a few things here, and another one was the level next. In the create event, I realized I was using direction instead of image angle. So I took care of that as well. So the next few things that we're going to get involved here are trying to get kind of an arcade mode set up now that I have 2 levels set up for the arcade. Let's get the extraction set up. My brain is just all over the place. So let's go ahead and take care of everything. Alright, so player, I'm going to create a group in here. I'm going to call this arcade. And we're going to throw all the arcade player stuff in here. And then I'm going to create another folder called extraction. And my scatterbrain is coming into play again, so I'm going to open up object play. I forgot that we have an animation for when the player gets hit, and we're not playing it at all. So we want, let's see if we have anything handling the health. Nah, we'll just do it when he collides with an enemy. So when he collides with an alien, let's do a change of his sprite. So let's do sprite index equals SPR player hit, and already at the animation end, we already have it changed back to the SPR player, so we don't have to do anything for that. I'm almost 100% sure that this is going to work. See how you got hit? We like it. We like it a lot, don't we? Okay, so now we got the player getting hit. Okay, I'm sorry. I just remembered that I had to do that. Let's make sure we have the plain sprite in here, and we don't. So I'm going to create a new folder for extraction, and I'm going to load up the sprite for the plane. And it is right here. I'm going to center that on there. SPR extraction, no, player, and we'll call it EXT. Yeah, for extraction, EXT. And then we need to bring in those special bullets, which we already have. So, cool. I wonder if it's an object. Nope. Cool. Alright, so let's select the player's ship. This is going to be object player xt, and I'm going to create another room so we can have all this testing, extraction, and the room for extraction is going to be set as a top-down view. So let's change the settings for this room. It's going to be 480, and then we can do 960. We'll do 1280. Why not? And this will be room, I think we're calling it EXT. I think let's just call it E. So room E, level 1. And basically, we are going to take this plane, and we are going to extract the members or whatever. Just, we got to get to the other side. And the ship is really slow. Okay, let's enable the use of views. Put the view when start. It's going to be 480 by 320, and I'm going to support. And then we actually want this one to follow the player for the extraction. And we're going to give it a nice border of 480 by 320. And let's give it the same speed as we normally have for everything else. And the view, we're going to change this to 960. Sorry. So when they start in the room, it should, if done right, display it down there. So I'm going to go ahead and add the tiles in here. I'm going to make a rough draft here. And you know what I realized? We have no music! I get so focused. Alright. And just to test out the size of this, let's put the plane in there too. I don't like these. Not like that, at least. I want, I don't know, something to make it look like it's landing. Yeah, and this is where it'll get picked up or whatever. Yeah, I like that. And just because we can, that's where the player has to get. Oh boy. I guess I'm gonna do this on another layer. Let's do it on one below it. Really wish there was an easier way to do this. Nope. I'm gonna be honest with you guys here. When I first started thinking about this extraction one, I was like, oh, this will be cool. And then I realized I might be putting, or might have to put a lot of time into it. So I didn't really think this one through. But basically what's going to happen is it's going to be a top-down shooter. Top-down scrolling shooter with the plane. I can't see anything. Goodbye, plane. I wish we could rename the layers, you know, like background or something. Ugh. Alrighty then. I think it's time to add boxes and enemies, huh? Or should I add collision first? Well, technically, there's no collision. The plane will be flying over things. So, we'll just block the player from going to the bottom. Alright. Although I kind of do like the idea of the player having to shoot through things. Yeah, definitely going to have him shoot through things. So I'm adding collision. at least to here. And then he can go back and forth all he wants until he reaches this section. I'm totally down for that. Well, yeah, these don't need to be there. This will be the first extraction level. I'm super stoked about it. You know what's gonna happen there. Just for fun. That was funny looking. Okay, and then it's gonna have the flying bugs. All right, so let's put it negative. I don't know, 10. Alright, so we want him to auto move up. This is going to be like shoot at your own pace kind of a thing, I guess? No. Let's do this. Yeah, 10. It's not gonna have ammo. Is it? Should I make it have ammo? I should, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna test this out. And I'm going to duplicate the bullet and add it to the ship. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's check out when the player shoots, because I know we spawned it, so. I'm taking all of it. There's no reload. Or clip. Alright. There's no sprite index. We are going to create bullets. And since we're not facing any specific directions, we can just set it where we want it to be. X and Y. Alright, so this ship is, it's the big thing. We want to shoot 2 at a time. So let's do X minus 20, Y minus 20. Let's see where that shoots out of. Then we'll go from there. I think I set P bullet speed on this. And then let's get it so that we go to extract. Room E, level 1. I don't think I actually have it saved. How weird. That's terrible of me. Okay. So I don't know if I should shoot or not, but that didn't work. Maybe I should keep this at 0. I don't know. Visible when room starts. Do I have the player on the screen? Yes, I do. Should work. Oh. I don't have a pecan shoot, guys. Come on. Keep on me about this stuff. Alarm 0. Where is it? One thing at a time. We'll get this thing running. Alright. Now let's actually get the right stuff in here. So we got it to shoot. So player, object bullet, special. We want this to be shooting up. So 90. Because remember, our ship is not facing right, it's facing up. Cool. Let's just move it over just a little bit. And then I'm going to group these together. Create another one. And all of this will be just plus 30. Same deal. Okay, so now that we got that working, pretty sure I'm gonna have to add this code for every one of these boxes. So in collision with, I need to make a parent for the bullets. Okay, this way I can just change this to collision with the bullets. And I'm going to move the bullets out of there so that I can just easily access it. Because I have to do it for each of these. Nope. Alright, I can move the parent back into it. Okay. So it should take damage, and I want to definitely up this a little bit. So I want the shot delay to be more like 5. We'll see. Look at all those worms, it is so gnarly. So cool! Oh, I'm sorry. I just think it's awesome. Okay. Let's use A and D to move back and forth. I'm just going to steal it right from the players. Yeah. We wanted to move up at like 0.5. I don't think it likes that. I'm going to change this view a little bit. Let's start it at 900. There we go. I want to keep it right there. I think 480. I don't know. Let's test this out again. Should keep it right, like kind of like that. I don't know. Unless I moved... I'm going to move the point. So on the SPR player, I'm going to modify this point to follow the head, which will make it easier for spawning those bullets too, because I don't change the Y or the Y-axis. Let's go back in there and take out the -20s. Try this out. This is awesome. Alright, so I need a little change to that. Okay. I like it being right there on the player. It happens so fast. Can leave the plane behind. You know, something like that. You gotta pick up the guys on the way. Let's do this at 1. Oh. That's just the speed. So let's change this to like, I don't know, 120. I won't play through the whole level, I promise. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Alright. I am okay with that. It's debating giving the player up and down movement, but I don't think that's necessary. Left and right is all they need. Alright, and if I collide with an alien, let's do health. Shoot movement, health, P health equals, is it 100? And I'm just going to take the HUD from the player, but modify it to my liking. We don't need the mines. Health bar I can deal with. We don't need the ammo. Just need the score. Guess I can't really collide with them, huh? Oh my gosh, the Halo theme song. Yeah, that's a good way to end that, the Halo theme song. Oh boy. I don't have any health. Okay, so this equals, I don't know. We'll take 1 damage each time I hit one. Okay. Again, I'm going to take this. Is the health. Okay. In this box, when it explodes, I think it's called game type. I haven't touched that variable since I made it. We want flying ones, is the reason why we're doing this. What? Alien. We don't want the worms, we want something that can fly. Oh geez. Flats. Yes. Let's see what I called that variable. Mission type, of course I did. Okay. Let me check out the enemies. You're gonna be fighting flats. So what I'm doing here is I'm checking the mission type and setting it accordingly. So if the mission type is extraction, it's going to have a different set of rules than if the mission type is arcade. So object, no, all I have to do is add this at the end of it. Okay. And its sight is 400, so that's good. Its health, oof. If the extraction, let's just set it to 1. But mission type is 1. This will just override what happened last, so P health equals 1. Okay, and its speed will also overwrite that. We want it to be a nice larger amount. Let's do a range. So a random range between 3 and 6. So these suckers can be quick, because you have a pretty good range on it. All right. And I'm also going to add some flats to this level. I need to make sure that he gets destroyed. Okay. We're gonna have like infinite of these things spawning, like in formations and stuff. It's just, that's how you gotta do it. Aww. Object player.p score. Did I mess something up? This needs to be in collision with any bullet. Same with this. I forgot to change all these. And the reason is because you can unlock the special bullets for your player. So these had to be changed anyways. Okay, now what was happening here? Check alien's health. That's okay. That's okay as well. But I'm not colliding with object player, that's the problem here. Alright, guess we're gonna have to do if object exists, huh? So we're gonna learn a new thing. So if object underscore exists, object player, then we do this event here. Oh, that's what's happening here. Same thing. If object exists object player. Then we put the object player score in there. Else if object exists object player ext, then we want to do the same thing, except it's going to be underscore ext. Let's find out what's going on. Destroy event, flat. What? Does it not have a P worth on it? Yeah, it does. Oh, why don't I just do the game type? Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. And you know what I want to happen? When everything gets destroyed, I want it to create because they don't get affected. They don't get affected by explosions. It's just gonna unleash hell on this planet. I like this idea. And if you make it, then you win. Simple as that, right? This is gonna be crazy if it works. Oh my gosh! That was awesome! Whew. I am changing the player shoot to be on global left mouse. Global left button. And then we're changing this shot delay to SC2. This is cool. Alright, so definitely change that back to something more realistic. So, 10. Something a little bit more realistic. Like 5 again. it's impossible to get through that. Alright, this is where we add some health pickups. Health plus, let's do like 50. Oh boy. And I don't know how this will work. We can try it with these ones first. So if it collides with that box, then other dot p health minus equals 1. 10, just so we know it kills it. Alright, what if I did it in collision with... I don't have a parent. Okay. I like the fact that you automatically destroy those boxes. In collision with these. Probably gonna change the nats to do like 1 damage. So like this is really gonna hurt. Still cool. Oh, it does only do 1 damage. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's get these boxes dropping stuff. Spawn objects, that's what it is. XY, object, item, object, item, stem. Let's just drop 1. And I'm going to actually create another random thing. So let's do equals. We'll do it out of 100. Oops. Greater than 50. Gotta make sure I place some boxes later on in the level. Otherwise, that's no fun. And let's not spawn so many. That just seems extreme. So let's only do like a few, maybe 2. So let's only do 2. That was not the right one. Alright, so when you shoot the boxes down, you should only spawn like 1 or 2. These other boxes should spawn stim packs. There's one. Did you see that? It spawned it. I gotta make sure it disappears. Cool with that. Alright, Mr. Player. I didn't think that was gonna work. It was worth a shot. And I may make the drop rate a little bit higher, but it looked like it was alright at the end there. Oh yeah, I forgot I can just hold this mouse. Jeez. That was so scary. Okay, I am going to end this tutorial here. I have added quite a bit to this little extraction mode, and I want to take a little break. When I come back, I definitely want to take care of adding the actual players that you got to extract out of here, and there's just going to be some recolored sprites of the main player. You know, you just go through and you got to pick them up, and they're like, help, help me, or whatever. The more you rescue, the higher your multiplier is for that level. Pretty much a simple top-down scroller, you know, takes a little break from the actual shooting part of the game, the top-down shooting. But in that level, the reason why you want to play Extraction is you can get upgrades for your player in the other mode. Vice versa, you know, it might work that way. And just make it, you know, kind of an integrated game. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and until next time, catch you guys later.